What's up, everybody? It's the movie guy. Oh, wow! Holy shit! Fuck! Episode 8. Who are you? Wow. Okay, I thought 7 was good. This is like fucking fantastic. Episode 8 was awesome. Oh my god! Finally, Andor is really picked up. It was a lot of slow burn. Um, Man, so the plaza opened. Obviously, spoiler, the plaza opened and all the Gorman townsfolks just coming out to the plaza. The Empire's making the barrier. Seeing the stormtroopers just coming down the steps. Um, man, okay. Uh, and I'm just like, okay, something big is going to happen here. What is going to get go down? And I will say with Andor's part, he had like literally 3 or 4 opportunities to take out Deidre. Like the red dot was right on her. All he had was to pull the trigger. But I don't know. I don't know if he was second guessing himself because I was like, if he took her out, then he might have not made it. But once they said, oh, back up, when Cyril went and saw Deidre and was like, why are we here? And he was like choking her out. He was like, you better tell me right now. I was like, oh my God, he's going to kill Deidre. I'm like, yes, let's go. And it was just like, holy crap. I was just like, and you find out that they're there. They were like, why are we there? Why are we there? And there was like, digging up looking for a crystal. And obviously, the piece to the Death Star, the crystal for the laser. I was like, oh my God. When they mentioned that, I was like, holy shit. And then it was just like full on taking out the Gorman fighting back. Some of the characters we've seen in the past few episodes or from the beginning did not make it. And oh my gosh, when Andor had the shot for Deidre and fucking Cyril, like that whole scene was fantastic between Andor. I'm like, come on, Andor. You're stronger than him. You could take out Cyril. Cyril isn't the fighter. He's a pussy. I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, come on. Um, but yeah, that was it was like the guy that took out Cyril. Like, oh my God. I did not expect that. And then you saw the Imperial security droids come in, and I love how like Cyril went in the room, and like all of the security droids were like looking straight ahead, but I think the one that actually looked at Cyril was K2SO, and that was really cool. And then when I forget the character's name that had the vehicle that smashed one of the security droids, the Imperial droids, into the wall. And then Andor's like, hey, I want you to do me a favor. And I was like, oh, that's going to be K2SO. They're going to reprogram it. I'm like, yes, let's go. Man, it was like stormtrooper fight. I was surprised that stormtroopers were actually hitting people. Um, Man, it was that was like a 10 out of 10 fantastic episode. It definitely like was awesome. That was so freaking awesome. I love that episode. I was going to mention something from the past couple episodes that hit me that I forgot to mention. I think it was like 2 episodes ago or 3 episodes when who was it? Was it Cyril? But the one guy on the screen was actually watching the pod racing. And I was just like, oh my God, the Imperial officer is watching pod racing. He's probably betting on him or something. And I was like, when I caught that, I was like, oh my God, there's still pod racing still. And it was cool to see the Senate in the last, the last episode? Episode 7. That was really cool. I was really cool. I would have been really cool to see the Emperor like talking to the Senate and stuff and everything. There was another thing I was going to mention too, but I don't. I forgot. Oh, maybe this was that when like Andor was like opened up his suitcase and he had all his weapons. I'm like, oh my god, Andor came prepared. But yeah, the action in this was fantastic. Um, I just feel like every episode now going forward to episode 12 is just going to be banger, 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 banger. But yeah, I really loved this episode so much. It was so freaking good. So I'm finally happy that I found some episodes that I really, really loved. So anyway, they did drop 3 episodes because it was like go to the next episode. So I'm like, yay! I love when Disney does this. Sometimes you think you only get 1 episode and you get 3. So it's 102, but I don't really give a crap. I don't really have to be up too early in the morning, so I'm gonna watch this episode and then I'm going to bed. So anyway, fantastic episode. It's the movie guy. I'll talk to you later in a little bit after I get done with episode 9 and give you my thoughts.